morning, everyone. Welcome to the Budapest Speed Shop. Today we're visiting the Silo Field in Kentucky. Alex made a nice event today, so we're expecting a bunch of old cars and old airplanes, or airplanes of practically any size what can land on this landing strip. So it's a little bit early, people just arriving. Once there's gonna be a little bit more crowd here, then we're gonna start going around and look at things. So I got one of our car club members with his airplane, and he's saying that he just finished it. So hold on, I'm gonna give him the mic, and please tell us more about your airplane. What kind of airplane? Okay. What's your name and so on?
Yeah, Bobby Owens. This is an Aeronica L-16A, 1946. It is a military airplane for, is in the military for 3 years with the Army, and then went to the Texas Air Guard until 1968 when it was crashed. And I've restored it. It's had its first flight this year, first one since 1968, but I'm having a lot of fun with it so far. Okay, come inside and take a look.
Oh, you locked it. No?
There we go. And it's a 2-seat tandem. It does have the modern avionics in it, but just this is what it would have looked like in 1946.
So which position you sit when you fly it?
In the front.
You sit on the front?
Yeah, unlike a Cub, which you solo in the back, you solo this one in the front.
Wow, those little pedals are those the brakes?
That's the brake system.
Man, it looks beautiful.
The rudders. Well, thank you.
Thank you for showing it to us. And this has a Model A fuel gauge?
Yes, it does. As a matter of fact. So not old timey, but thanks a lot. Yeah, good to see you. Well,
I walked out to the end of the runway here, and then we're looking at the airplane's landing. One just cleared the trees, and there's no wind, so you can land from any direction. So this is the safest side of the whole event. It's called the soft field landing, so you want to have a lot of flaps in, and then once the airplane actually landed, you might want to retract the flaps to destroy the lift. Oh, it's a tail dragger. Those of you who aren't a pilot, a tail dragger airplane, which you're going to see in a second, requires an endorsement because it takes a lot more effort to keep it on the ground and to fly it around correctly. They originally designed for soft field landings like what this guy is doing right now, so originally designed for grass. They're a lot of fun to fly, but they behave differently in crosswinds. Looks like our next arrival is going to be a Piper Cub, possibly a new version of it. Let's see, it's probably can land on 5 feet and take off on 2. It's a very agile airplane. The original Piper Cub was introduced in 1937, and it was a very friendly airplane, a very good airplane. It wasn't too fast. And I had a friend who actually flew it backwards because of the headwind. So compared to the ground, he was actually flying backwards. But nowadays, they revived it, and they have new kits available, and some manufacturers making it, and it's a very agile, strong airplane. So this one looks like one of these newer versions, and the Tundra tires. And who needs all this runway? You can just fly all the way to the end and stop on a dime. Well, good thing we have an air traffic controller on the ground, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4 airplanes. 5 it just arrived, so it's a busy day here at Silo Field. They not only have to match their position but the speed as well. All these airplanes are traveling with a different speed, so they need to catch up or slow down. This next airplane landing is a Cessna 172F model. I used to learn on one of these in Hawaii. We also had newer versions of it, but we really like the old ones with the steam gauges. Very nice landing. And it looks like a Cherokee 6. I can't believe it. I love this airplane. I have a lot of time on it. This field is not exactly ideal for this airplane, but let's see what it can do. And another Cessna 172 on the horizon. The next ones are keep coming, one after another. It looks like Las Vegas or New York on the approach, just with small planes. I really like those alternating flashing landing lights. You can see the airplane from miles away. If I'm not mistaken, this one looks like a Fairchild. I really like the color of it. Very nice plane. Finally a biplane. It was pulling the line behind it just a second ago. Looks like a bird from underneath. I don't know if you can see anything of it, but it's there. And here it comes. It appears to be a little bit high and a little bit fast, but it's an acrobatic airplane. It's not going to be a problem landing it here. The pit boss must have allowed the geese to cross the runway. So this is a wonderful Cherokee 6, the pickup trucks of the sky. I used to fly one on Saipan Island, that's north of Guam in the Marianas. That's my first job. They actually asked me if I know how to swim. Then they pushed me into the deep water. And when I said I seen someone swimming before. So anyhow, I was flying mostly Chinese tourists between the island of Tinian and Saipan. Tinian was the island where the B-29s took off for Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And there was a casino there, a Chinese-owned casino, and then they bought one of these, and then I actually started up the airline for them. I think it's still in existence. And then I was flying that mostly at night over the ocean, not too far, maybe about 10-15 minutes, and then I had a few emergencies with it, but I'm still here. I love that airplane. As long as you can load it up all you want. As long as the tail does not touch the ground, you are in weight and balance, and as long as you can close the doors, you're probably not overweight. Actually, I flew General Tibbets in one, and the tail gunner and the navigator of the Enola Gay when they came back from Memorial to Tinian Island. Again, it wasn't this airplane, it was another one just like it.
Here comes a really beautiful biplane with open cockpits and a radial engine on the front. I always dreamt about having one of these or something similar with actual floats on it. I really like to see this landing. Lunch is ready. Thank you so much, Alex, for doing this for us. And we are heading in and get some barbecue. This is a beautiful horse barn with no horses today, I guess, because the lunch is served here. But look around here. It's just it's a gorgeous place. And if you wanted to have some sweets, you were able to get some free ice cream as well. The line was very long.
Now our friend Nacy is gonna take us for a spin and look. We're gonna check out the place. So it's a turbine engine is pulling up. Off we go.
Now you can have a bird's eye view of so many airplanes showed up, and then the other crossing intersecting runway, but I guess it's a taxiway, but you can use it as a runway if you have to. And on the right side after the airplane, that's where our car club is parked. It's the Sterling British Motoring Society. Came out with a full force today. So you can see the first one is the blue Porsche, and then we're gonna go look at those cars very shortly.
What do you think, Peter? Thank you, Nacy.
You're very welcome.
Well, thanks so much for Nacy to taking us for a ride with this beautiful helicopter, and off he goes now.
Now let's go look at all these old cars lined up here.
So here's this beautiful Porsche, which is possible to win. Raffle tickets are being sold for $100 each, and it goes for a good cause. And it's going to be raffled off at the Keeneland Concours d'Elegance later on. I think it's in July 19 exactly. So here it is. So now we're going to run around and look at a couple cars. This is, I think it's Alexis Ferrari, and then the MG collection. I got a separate video of the MGs if you like to see. There's a Defender. There is a Model A, which is a death trap for now. I drove this one. My friend bought it, and then we're gonna take it to Europe. And then a nice old Volkswagen, a working Alfa Romeo, and then a BMW, a nice other MG. And a Jaguar, a newer Jaguar, followed by a convertible BMW. The top is closed currently. Hi guys. Hello. Beautiful Austin convertible, Mercedes, BMW. Ooh, and this thing. That thing is beautiful. A special. With new modern seat belts. Beautiful. A Dodge Honda truck and a Duchevo. Hi guys. And my favorite, the Citroen Duchevo. Yeah, hi. And an airplane is just leaving. I see a Triumph, a Mazda Pinata. My buddy had a Venezuelan beauty queen wife, and they had a Mazda Miata, and she constantly broke it and then put little dings on it, so they renamed it the Pinata. A nice Jaguar, gigantic Aston Martin, beautiful, and that Porsche. Yeah, well, this is the real deal right here. And Elizabeth BMW, still a beautiful car. A black Ferrari, red Corvette, and a super duper Ferrari. Well, it's just, I guess this is the Ferrari aisle here. Ooh, Cavallino Corsa Progressivo. And then at the end we got a nice little Triumph Spitfire from 1970, as the sign says. A Maybach SUV. That I'm not sure about. I guess other people parked here. And then a Porsche SUV, Toyota. Well,
Yeah, bland. So like that 20-year.
and then we got a nice old Jaguar here. This is beautiful. 1960. Looks like it's original interior. Let's look at the back. Automatic. Sweet. A Slab, a Triumph, a Cadillac. There are several cars here but I usually don't see.
But they're so cool. I think it's a beautiful design.
A Cadillac, an MG, a Porsche, and a Viper, Jaguar, and a Vespa car. Sweet. I remember seeing this at the Concorde Elegance. Yeah. Engine is on the back. Several more Porsches. And I just don't have enough time to go through each and every one of these cars. And here is the MG. Yeah. With the 3 Vipers. One more Corvette. Aston Martin. And a beautiful V12 Ferrari. It's very rare to see even in Europe. Pininfarina design. Very nice. Yeah, this is something to get excited over. Z4 TVR. Hi guys. TVR Vixen. That's something you don't see every day. An E-Type, a Mercedes, and a Triumph, a TR6, and a 190 SL. He belongs to one of our club members, and I have not seen the car in person. I like this car. Even though it's got 4 drum brakes, the brakes works really excellently. The way you can signal is you can move this chrome piece a little bit this way or that way. That's how you can adjust, turn on the signal lights. Beautiful car, mostly made out of aluminum. Very nice. Lotus TR6 and an MG. It's closing the whole thing. And yeah, I got a separate video of well, some of these MGs. There are more than these, and the owner showed us all of them. He actually collects these MGs. And on the other side we got a couple more cars. BMWs, a Bel Air, a Porsche 356, and some really old car after that, and a Buick on the other side. Ooh, that thing is beautiful. And I wish I would know what that one is. It's a DeSoto. Yeah, DeSoto. It belongs to the family who owns this place. I remember seeing that last year now. Really nice. I think his grandparents owned it or something. With a trunk in the back. And then a Buick. Yeah, I've seen this Buick here and there. It's a real one. And an Oldsmobile next to it. Let's look inside. If you wish to buy one of these, here's the phone number. Look at this inside. Crazy. Very nice. And then on the side we have a Chevy pickup and a Plymouth pickup. Drive carefully, and it's got the original engine in. A Corvette, another very happy-faced Piñata, Corvette, another Bel Air, and a Pierce Arrow with a rumble seat. You can see the headlights. They're very specific for the Pierce Arrows. Got wooden spokes. and it's in pristine condition inside and out. There's a little step which you can use to get into the rumble seat. Beautiful. But thanks for watching, and we'll try this again next week or 2 weeks from now. Bye. Folyik a diszkózus, hogy most merre felé is kéne kimenni innen, úgyhogy a motor már megy, de az útirányt azt nem tudja a vezető úr. Reméljük van benne elég erő, hogy itt a fűből el tudjon indulni.
How much runway you got from here?
About 25-2600.
Épp hogy megcsinálta.
There's just about anybody else.